Good evening, everyone. Please, can you hear me? Oh, why are you laughing?
We can hear you.
Why are you guys laughing, please?
Introduction.
I love the way you announced your arrival.
Yeah. Oh, here we are again today. So, good evening, everyone. You're welcome to class. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Sorry for coming late. I had to do one or two first. Anyways. I mean, some people saying you cannot hear me. If you cannot hear me, you cannot see. Okay, cannot see my screen. Anyways, but if you cannot hear me, please. I'm sure it's from your end. You can try to log out and log in again. Although I will not advise you to log out because if you log out, you might not be able to log in again. But anyways, everybody should be able to hear me. Aminat Abimbola, yeah, you want to tell me something? Your hand is up. I think that's a mistake. If you want to tell me something, your hand is up.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Is it a question or you want to advise me?
It's a question. No. My boss now. Before we start, I'd like to ask a very simple question. How do we treat tax for bond valuation? That's my question.
You have not even allowed us to start work first.
Because you gave that to us as a test or a class working last week. I tried cracking my head to do it and I could not.
I feel like you thought about it too much because I think I answered that question in class. Because the question was saying something about X interest, and I said it that the X interest means that it does not, it's not like it means, but what it's saying is you should ignore that particular tax rate. I said when you get to cost of capital, you understand when they say X interest and cum interest. X int, cum int, or cum div, X div. Or they have removed dividend and removed tax. X interest, they removed tax. So the question specifically said X int. So it was just simply telling you to ignore that particular tax rate. That's for the question, anyways. But tax does not particularly come in bond valuation like that. But for that particular question, that was the answer to that.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you very much. So let me see a few things before I get started. I don't even know what to say. I'm just very tired. I beg. Let's start. So apparently, this our bond valuation class. I planned that it would take just 3 weeks. Just 3 weeks. And I'm supposed to finish, I think we are in bond price. So I'm supposed to do bond price. I will do yield curve. Then I will do duration. Then I'm supposed to solve like one or two bulky questions from the question bank. But anyways, let's see the way it goes. But I just plan for it for 3 classes, honestly. But let's see where it goes. So let me share my screen so you see my screen. So for people that are just listening to my voice for the first time, I don't think anybody here should be listening to my voice for the first time anyways. But I don't even think so. But if you are here, you've never been in my class before, you've never heard my voice before. Is anybody like that here? Please, you can signify if you've never heard my voice before. I'm not saying you watched it on YouTube. I'm saying you've never been in my class before.
I'm here.
Wow. Wow. You can David talk by me. Wow.
We are here.
Wow.
I'm here.
I put this much. Okay, you've not been in my class before, you are trying to tell me something. People are plenty. I'm not expecting it anyways. Okay. It's okay. People have started. Anyways, let me do a quick introduction. This besides I will soon chase you for my class. You and this your laughter, because I don't know why you're laughing now. You go soon go outside. I should do giveaway for first timers. That one is in church. It's in church that they will do that one. that they used to give people food. Some of you used to go to church. If you ask some of you, if you go to different churches, so you'll be eating first timer food. There's no first timer giveaway here. I'm very, very sorry. Anyways, let me just do a little bit of introduction and a little bit of here and there before we get started. My name is Sulaiman Olanshile Omogbola, ACACS. People have named me. My student last night say they said they always hear my name at the beginning and at the end of every lecture. That look like a starter pack. But anyways, I'm proud. So I always like to introduce myself. Anyways, so that's my name, Olanshile. You can call me Shile. You can call me Ola. People in the group chat call me Classic. That's what is on my WhatsApp number. Anyways, so you can call me anyone that's comfortable for you. You can call me Sulaiman also. And I said, please don't call me Bolaon or don't call me Omogbola because that is for my special people. My special, like people are special, but like people that are more special than you people. You know now, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, better go and buy cough syrup because I don't know why you're coughing. People leave me today. I know them. People just avoid me. So I'm one of your SFM tutors. So the lead SFM tutors for this diet actually. So please watch our subsequent videos from our subsequent classes so that you can have a great knowledge and a great insight of what we've spoken about. I want to do something, but I'm very sure I will regret it. I'm very sure I'll regret it, but I'll try not to. Okay. So this is what I would do for people that are joining for the first time, but people that just joined the new group chat. I will try as much as possible to send all the materials with you. I wanted to tell you guys to DM me, but please don't DM me. I beg. So I will just try as much as possible to send the materials again, generally to the platform. So if you've missed any lectures, you can just watch the videos on YouTube, and you can also just read the materials. I think that will help you a lot. Please watch our subsequent classes on YouTube, please, so that you don't get too lost. I'll be far lost. Anyone that's correct. So you don't miss a lot. Just go to YouTube, search Apex Professional Associates. You'll see all our classes there. Subsequent classes, even my classes from last night. You see all of them there. But please, it's not as if it's bad, but please let's just focus on these diets. I know some people might have started watching last diet classes. It's fine if you want to read ahead of the class or if you want to listen to my voice ahead of the class. It's fine. But always let's just follow through, because if you go and watch some of those things that we've not done, I don't know, you might get your head busted. This is SFM. So please let's just follow ourselves back to back. Thank you very much, and you are welcome to class. So I think that's all I have to say. So let me just do a little bit of small recap on what we spoke about last week. So last week, Monday, we started bond valuation and analysis, and I explained some certain things, and we also solved some certain questions. Where we said bond valuation is just what we said. We defined bond. Where we said bond is just like bond is a debt. It's not anything like it is a debt. Bond is a debt, and I said there are two major ways of raising capital for an organization or for a business. The first one is through debt, and the second one is through equity. So you can either raise capital through equity or through debt. What we mean by equity is in the form of maybe shares, capital, like your own human capital. That's what we mean by equity. But when we mean debt can come in various forms. Through debenture, bond is actually another part of sourcing for finance or getting finance for an organization. So that is what bond is. It's simply a debt. Now, and I explained some terminologies. Example, I said bond holder, bond issuer. So I said bond holder is like the investor, and bond issuer. And I explained to you, I said don't look at the terminology too much, because I know what is coming to your head is bond issuer should be the person that is giving the bond. Something like that. Like that's the like just listen to the name, bond holder, bond issuer. And I gave you an example where I said, just imagine you go to borrow money from your friend. You go to borrow money from your friend. You say, please borrow me 1,000 naira. Then he's saying, I will give you this 1,000 naira, but before I give you, I would give you a certificate just to show that a transaction happened between us. You are the one borrowing. You are the one borrowing the person money. You are borrowing the person 1,000 naira. In that particular situation, that certificate that is giving you, that is like the bond. So you are the bond holder in that particular situation. The person that is borrowing money is the bond issuer. So please watch the previous classes, the previous class, so that you have a greater knowledge of what I'm saying. Please, I'm not feeling too fine today, so you will manage me like that. You use me like that, but I'll try to give my best anyways. Moving on, we now spoke about some of the key characteristics or some of the key values or key concepts in bond valuation. Where we spoke about, I think we spoke about market value. We spoke about coupon. We spoke about yield to maturity. We spoke about coupon payment. We spoke about duration, and we explained all of them. Let's start from par value. In class, I told you that par value of a bond is just like is the book value. There's no particular definition to it. There's no particular. It's just like the book value. That is the value of the bond. It's just like the book value. And I said you can call it par value. You can see it in some other textbook as book value, nominal value, any other value that you guys know it as fair value. So that is what we mean by par value. Next, we spoke about coupon, where I said the person that you are borrowing 1,000 naira, you borrow somebody 1,000 naira, you tell the person, okay, I'm giving you this 1,000 naira, please be paying me 100 naira per month. You pay me 100 naira per month. 100 naira in that scenario is called interest. Interest in bond valuation is what we simply refer to as coupon. Interest is what we simply refer to as coupon, basically. And I told you guys that interest usually in percentage. Like I said now, you tell the person, okay, out of this 1,000 I'm giving you, please, you'll be giving me 10% every week. That is the coupon. But when we speak about coupon payment, that 10% obviously is in percentage now, so you need to convert it to an amount. So if you say 10% of 1,000, maybe that's 100. 100 in this scenario is referred to as the coupon payment. I think from coupon payment, we move to yield to maturity, where I told you that yield to maturity is simply the rate of return that is expected by investors. If you are giving somebody 1,000 naira, obviously you have a rate of return. You have your own rate of return. That is the amount that you are supposed to recoup, the amount that you are supposed to get in percentage now at the end of the particular investment. That is what we mean by yield to maturity. Lastly, we spoke about duration. And I told you that, okay, we've not spoken about duration. No. It's number of years. Okay. It's number of years. Well, we said number of years is just simply the number of times or the number of years in which you used to pay the interest. Number of years in which you used to pay the interest. All those 5 years, 6 years, 7. Please note this down. Put it in your left hand. I'll be on your left hand. Don't use it to eat. There's duration. There is difference between duration and number of years. That N that we've been using, N, that's number of years. It's different from duration. What's the difference? Number of years is simply the number of times or the number of years in which you used to pay the interest. If somebody tells you, okay, we're paying this interest every year for the next 3 years, that's the number of years that you used to pay the interest. Or the person says, you pay me 10 times, that's the number of times that you used to pay the interest. That's the N. But you see, duration. Duration is simply just the number of years that it would take the investor to recoup his total money. It's not the same thing. I said duration is simply the number of years that it takes an investor to recoup his total money. Because you are paying interest for 10 years does not mean it will take you 10 years to recoup your money. If you are investing 1,000 naira, if you borrow somebody 1,000 naira and the person is paying you 100 naira, you know that it can take you 4 years or 5 years to recoup that 1,000 naira and the interest is still going. Yes, it's possible. And the interest is still continuing. The interest is still going. So duration is just the number of years. Usually, normally, in SFM, duration is usually shorter than number of years. So I'm giving you a little trick. But when we'll get to duration properly. You see what I'm talking about? I said duration is usually shorter than number of years. So if they say number of years for interest is 5 years, in your normal, you should know that your duration would either be within 3 to 4 years. It's usually shorter than the number of years. Please, let's move on from there. When we get to duration, you would see and I will explain properly. So that was what we spoke about. And from there, we moved to, what did we move to? I think the major thing we spoke about last week was yield to maturity. That was a major thing we spoke about last week, where I said that if you want to calculate your yield to maturity, which I just explained now as being the rate of return expected by investors, that's what I just explained yield to maturity to be now. So I now said that yield to maturity basically is using IRR, which is your internal rate of return. Use your internal rate of return to calculate your what? Your yield to maturity. IRR, which is a trial and error method. A trial and error method in a situation where you do your NPV. People know what NPV is, the future cash flow. People know what NPV. So you do to NPV. One NPV must give you a positive NPV, and one must give you a negative NPV. Then the two of them would give you your IRR, which means you use two discount factors to get two NPVs. You use one discount factor to give you a positive NPV, and you use another discount factor to give you a negative NPV. And I told you in class that the way I said that is usually better to start your first, the first one you do, starting with the coupon rate that's given to you. There's usually a coupon rate that will be given to you in the question. So always start the first one with the coupon. Then from there, move ahead and pick any other discount factor. And I told you there's a trick to it, and I gave you in class. See, these are the little things that make your work fast. I've seen somebody that is doing bond valuation in exam purpose, and because you want to do yield to maturity, you've used one discount factor. It has given you positive. Then to get one that gives you a negative, you try all the figures in this life. You have used 7% as one that gives you positive NPV. You are looking for negative NPV, then you are trying figures here and there. And I told you there's a trick to it. The higher your discount factor, the lower your NPV. It is that simple. The higher your discount factor, the lower your NPV. So if you have used 10% as your, discount factor, and let's assume you get maybe like 1,000 positive now for your NPV. And I've told you now that the higher your discount factor, the lower your NPV. Now you want to get a negative NPV. The first NPV you are now is positive 1,000. And you want to get a negative NPV. It means that you need to increase that discount factor so that NPV reduces to minus. So if I were you, in that situation, 1,000 is still far from zero. 1,000 is far from zero before you can get to minus. So if I were the one in example, I'll go and pick 20 or 25 or 30. Now, if you pick 10 and you want to pick another discount factor and you pick 15 reasonably will give you something within 500 positive, within that range, 500, 400. So for me to get to minus, I need to pick something like 20, 25. Immediately gives me a negative, and I move on with my work. These are the little tricks that make you fast in exam. Please, for people that have never written any ICANN exam before, maybe you jump. They are giving people double promotion now. People that went to private university. I just coming here to write final. If you are part of this, or you've never written SFM, or you've never written any final paper before, please, this is very different from skills level. Very, very different. Like I said in our first class, I said this is a level that separates the boys from the men. All those PM boys, all those skills boys, they are boys. You people are the real men. So this is where you scramble for mark and you get to work with time. Time is never enough. The time is never enough. So this is where you try to, so anything that can make your work easier and make you understand it the most, please, this is where you do it. And I told you guys to leave a lot of textbooks. And some people are not listening to me. I didn't what's on your mind. Leave a lot of textbooks. I'm not saying don't read textbooks. Read textbooks, please. But limit it. 1 or 2 textbooks is fine. Why do you have 3, 4, 5 SFM textbook? I've told you SFM is very dynamic. What I'm saying, another person can say it. Another person can do it in another. Okay, when we even continue, I will show you guys something. You see that what I'm doing, another person can do it in another particular way, and it gives all of us the same answer. So if you calm this one, calm down. At the end of the day, you will not even have enough space in your head for you to go and for you to do the necessary. God will not even enjoy you. All those things that you've come will not even come out. I think I gave you guys one example last diet. I said they did me dirty last diet. I spent about 2 months, not even more than. I spent about 2 months on investment appraisal. That's about 8 classes, close to 10 classes last year on investment appraisal. My dear students, there was no one question like this on investment appraisal. There was no one question, and it has never happened in any diet. It's either number 1 or it's number 2. That's why I used to take my time to solve it. Usually number 1 or number 2. there was no investment appraiser in last diet question. So imagine somebody that has gone to cram about 3, 4, 5 tests because investment appraiser is usually number 1 or number 2. They have gone and crammed the whole world, then it did not now come out. So please and please and please limit it. Just know the basics, know what you want to do, and don't be scared. People have passed it, pass it through. So I think that was all we spoke about youth maturity in our last class. I will address something when I start teaching, but before that, please, do you have any question regarding anything we spoke about last week, please? Any question?
Yes.
Please just look up your hand, please. I would call you when I. Thank you, Mr. Tony. You want to tell me something? Tony Udon, sir. Okay, I assume that's a mistake. So, Mr. Moses, I can hear you now.
Yes. So just before you move away from youth to maturity, my question is that annuity. Now, in a situation where we are calculating bond for 4 years, are we now supposed to, because the thing is somehow confusing to me, are we supposed to do year 1 to 4 before we calculate year 4 on its own? Because I've seen a situation where one was calculated like that, and then another situation, they gave, that one is 2 years bond. They calculated only for 1 year, and then the second year on its own. So I want to know how to navigate this thing, because if you do it that way, you will get 2 different answers. So are we supposed to do the annuity based on the years, like the last year or the year before the last, and calculate the last year on its own? I don't know if you understand.
Are you saying? Please, I think I understand I understand your question clearly. And I think I addressed it in class. I think I addressed it. But let me just explain what some did and what others did for you. In most cases, you're not supposed to get 2 different answers. In most cases, if it was done correctly, you're not supposed to you're supposed to get the same answer. Let me explain what they did to you. So now, my example of you borrowing somebody 1,000 naira, the person is supposed to pay you interest of 100 naira for 10 years, Abi. So now, for it to be 1,000 naira. Now, what some people can do is, you know that interest is coming every year. So you can do annuity of year 1 to 10. Listen to me. Listen attentively. You can do annuity for just the interest payments, for just that 100 naira, for just the interest payment. You can do it from year 1 to 10. Then in the last year, usually in the last year, you will recoup your money. Now the person will give you your 1,000 naira back in the last year. So in that year 10, you will do the year 10 separately. That year 10, you're not using annuity, you're just discounting normally. You're using annuity because the interest, the cash flow is constant now, 100 every year. That's why we are using annuity. And I also said this in class. I said, you see that interest that person is giving you 100 that you want to use annuity. Any moment that cash flow, although it's not possible in this scenario, but practically it's possible. When, for example, it's not possible. What I'm saying is, the person has been giving you 100, then he gets to a year, the person pays you 95 naira. The person pays you 95 naira. On no occasion, on no account, should you use annuity again, because the cash flow is no longer constant. But let's continue saying the person is giving us 100 naira every year. So you've used annuity for year 1 to 10. But you see that last year, which is just year 10, you will just discount your 100 naira, just normal discount factor, which is year 1 to 10. Abi, so what you've done in the first interest is you've done year 1 to 10, Abi 100 naira. Then in the last year, you've done just 1,000 naira, Abi. Now, what other people can now do in another textbook, that's why I told you to be very careful of textbooks. What other people cannot do in textbook is, you know, it's 100 naira the person is paying you. What they will not assume is they will now tell you that 100 naira is coming from year 1 to year 9. Listen to me. Exactly. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. They don't tell you that the annuity is from year 1 to year 9. So what they are simply saying is, this person is paying me 100 naira from year 1 to year 9. So what they are assuming is that last year of year 10, the person is paying me my redemption value also with my interest in the last year now. So the person is going to do 110 in the last year. 1,100 naira in the last year. So you will now do the annuity of year 1 to 9, then year 10, you will now do 1,100 naira and just discount it normally. If you do that correctly, you're supposed to get the same answer.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
I didn't know that the last year you're not supposed to, if you do
Yeah.
it the first way you said it, you are not supposed to add it to your power value again. No wonder I'm not getting the. Thank you very much. I'm okay now.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. So let's continue what we have to do today. But let me open our solution. So where do I even save it? So this is why I told you guys to do solution. This is why I told you guys to do to always do assignments. Hold on, let me find our solution. Solution is on. No. So first, while I'm looking for our solution, yesterday when I slept, I had a dream. And the dream was that one little bird just told me that they finally finalized in everyone. Before they were deliberating it. But now they finalized that Yoruba will be what? Yoruba language would be it will be the language of Judgment Day. They just finalized recently. So they gave me the update. And as per God's favorite, he wants me to win souls for him. So I want to be teaching you Yoruba so that you'll not be caught off guard. So people will be learning one Yoruba in our class like this, so that people will go to heaven. I'm just doing God's work. People will be learning one Yoruba for my class. So at the end of the class, I'll speak from grammar. Next class assignment, you come and give me back the show. I cannot find our solution book again. No.
Otilo.
Please, I sent it to the group chat. Somebody should let me check for the name I used to send it. Solution. Okay, I think I found it. For solution to bond valuation, I just hope this is it. One time was gone on 9:45. Check. Microeconomics. Okay, I think this is it. Okay. So please, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies and men to Jen, let me first look for the person I will give my first Yoruba of the night. I should give you a woof. There's no expo for you in Kenya. Let me look for the person I'm giving. Blessing Maya, please, I will give you my first Yoruba of the night. You come and give me my answer tomorrow. I'll be in our next class. Thank you. So, let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, please, permission to fire on, sir. Sars and Mars.
Permission granted, sir.
Thank you very much.
Very good, sir.
Thank you. So, thank you. So while I continue, like I said earlier, I said this is why it's good to do classwork and do assignments. Some people submitted their classwork to me, most people generally, and I noticed some mistakes, which I'm going to address. Some general mistakes from most of the students in the class. The first mistake I noticed was when you people change this discount factor. You know, when you are, please listen to me. A lot of people made this mistake. When you do your yield to maturity, you're supposed to pick 2 discount factors. Abi, I said the first one should be your coupon. Usually your beta should be your coupon. Then the second one, you can just pick any random discount factor. So what I've not noticed that my students were doing, the first one, let me use this example. See, in this question now, our coupon was 10%. So we've discounted we've discounted with 10%. So our interest payments was now 10. So we had to pick another discount factor. So in this one, we'll pick 5. What I noticed that my students were doing, people were now changing the coupon. Who send you work? So as you pick 5, you're not changing the coupon here to 5. Please, it's wrong. Your coupon will always be your coupon. Either you are it's just IRR. That's just the way IRR is. You don't have to change the coupon, please. I noticed it about 5-6 students. You are now changing the coupon to 5. So please don't change the coupon. It's still the same one in the question. And the same this one, if you change this one, you've set question for yourself now. You have changed the entire dynamics of the question. Please, the coupon is still the coupon. Please don't change it. Another thing I noticed is you people, most of you don't listen to me in class. Most of you have had, see, this is the point where we need to unlearn to learn. Most of you have had something stuck in your head and you don't want to remove it. I've explained why this formula is like this to you in class. I don't understand why I'm seeing different formulas in your own IRR formula. I've told you that generally, or Normally, this is what IRR formula is saying. This is IRR formula. Normally, it is MPVA over MPVA minus MPVB. This is the general formula. In some textbooks, in most textbooks, you see like this. Yeah, I'm not telling you that this NPVB, this NPVB is usually a negative NPV. Usually a negative NPV. So what I've just simply done is, instead of me now having minus, then open bracket minus again, I've done the multiplication myself. That's why I have plus naturally. So to avoid all those minus, just have plus to save yourself the stress of this. So I was just saying, some people in their books, you're having minus, you're doing a lot of jagbajantis that I don't know about. Please, that is the nature of the old formula. It was minus that was in the formula. I mean, that is in the formula. The minus times minus automatically gives you plus. That's why I kept on using plus. So that is the reason to that. Please. Please, if you have a question for me, please hold on with it. Please, time has been fast spent. Please, let me just explain some few things, and I'll take your question later.
I can't see your screen.
You cannot see my screen, okay? You cannot see my screen. I think it's your side, though. You guys can see my screen now.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Just started seeing.
Thank you. If you cannot see my screen, I think it's your network.
You can see your screen, sir.
I just said it now. If you cannot see my screen, it's your network. My network is my screen is very clear. Anyways, now let's talk about value of a bond. There's something called yield curve here, but I would explain yield curve later. But I might not even later, but let's go to value of a bond. So I've explained to you what the value of a bond is. Simply what the value of a bond is simply saying is, now, I told you guys something. I said that, do you know that somebody can come and meet you and say, come and invest 1 million naira. Then, okay, somebody can come and meet you and say, come and invest 1 million naira. Then in the next 5 years, come and take back 3 million. Listen, no. Somebody can say, come and invest 1 million. Then in the next 5 years, come and take back 3 million. Engineers, biochemists like myself, not to you guys, biochemists like myself, are Greek students. What they do again for school? Social studies, all these CIT students, they will feel like they've cashed out. They will rush the investment that Kenny is very good. 3 million naira in the next 2 years, is very good. But accountants, you people should not make that mistake. Why? You cannot make that mistake because we've taught you people better. And what are we teaching you? What we are teaching you is that the value of that 3 million naira in the next 2 years, the value of that 3 million naira now is not the value of that 3 million in the next 2 years. Yes, now let me give you an example. What 1,000 naira could buy last 2 years, that 1,000 naira can buy anymore. Is that what it can buy now? I told you guys last week, I went to a store, they said 1 pure water is 15 naira, 3 for 100 naira. Was that what 15 naira could buy for you last 2 years? So the value has reduced. That's what we are trying to say. So if somebody wants to give you 3 million in the next 2 years, believe me, when that 2 years come, that 3,000 naira, it might not be able to do what 1,000 naira is doing today. I mean 3 million, might not be able to do what 1 million naira is doing today. So now that's why we've now told you, okay, first thing you will do, first take your Bible and your book. Now calculate the future. You discount that 3 million naira to present value using the interest rate or the rate given to you, the required rate of return. You will discount. You will use your required rate of return, not interest rate, or required rate of return, which is your what? Your yield to maturity. Can't bomb me. It's not coupon you use to discount. You discount using your rate of return, your yield to your maturity. So you now discount that future value to present value. So you will know the value of your 3 million naira as at today. So what I'm saying is, if somebody wants to give you 3 million naira, you are investing 1 million, somebody wants to give you 3 million. After you've discounted, you are not getting like 900, 800. I don't see any reason why you should go for that investment, because what that thing is telling you is, in the next 2 years, that your 3 million naira, you will not even do what 1 million naira is doing today. You will do like 900 or 800 naira as at today. So you know it's a bad investment for you. Because at the end of the day, you still collect your 3 million naira cash, but that your 3 million naira will not be able to do anything worth of 3 million naira. You'll be able to do something worth of 900. then that is what discount is simply just saying. So now, to get the value of a bond, what we are now saying is if you want to get the value of a bond, you will discount your interest. The person is paying you 100 naira on your 1 million. You will first discount the 100 naira first using annuity, obviously. You will now also discount your redemption value. That is simple. That is all we are saying on value of a bond. That's all we are saying. Just discount your interest to today's value and discount your redemption value. Also, that is all. You see this formula that's written here is the same thing with what we do in our in our tabular form. Interest is here. See annuity, you have discounted it. Bam, using annuity. See this other one, face value, fair value, the same thing. You have discounted it as that is all we are doing. That is the value of a bond. And I told you guys, please, you will discount using your yield to maturity. You don't discount using coupon. No, can't go a bit down. Are you people with me?
Yes, sir.
If you want to discount the value of a bond, if you want to determine the value of a bond, don't discount with coupon, discount with you to maturity. It makes sense now. The first time we calculate, we are trying to get you to maturity. That means we did not have our discount factor. That was why we had to discount with coupon, because we did not have our discount factor. But now let's assume we have our discount factor. Please always discount with your yield to maturity. Please and please. Discount with your yield to maturity. If I were you now, I will write it somewhere. But some of you like to do eye contact. And I've told you in my first class, in my introduction class, eye contact is the first step to fail SFM. Eye contact. That some of you will be reading SFM, you not even carry Bible and book. You just be using this is how Mr. Ola said it. Mr. Shile said, okay, okay. And okay, you just okay. I clap for you. I know you shame me. Better carry by one. See, so even some of them were complaining to me that they will understand it in class. But the moment you carry pen, like this is another different problem. You'll be saying things that you did not know before. And that's the joy of it. So please don't do eye contact. Actually, example one. Can somebody read example one for me? I want to be picking people that will be reading for me now. I need it. Chima Obi, please read question one for me, please. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'm trying to get it. Just hold on a little. I printed
I cannot hold on.
I printed
Let me
it
call
now.
that. Let me
Okay.
call that person.
Sir,
Have you seen it?
yes.
Oh, yeah. Please, if you are viewing on YouTube, there's already about 2 spaces in the class. You can try to join. We've got helps you. I think there are about 2 or 3 spaces in the class. So you can try to join. I'm listening. I'm with you now. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry
Hold on a minute. Value of a bond. It's just today's date, I beg.
Today's date.
Today is
Today is
fourth.
Third.
4th. And 4th.
3rd of February. This is my February now. 3rd of
Can I go there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ajele Coco PLC.
You see him now. You see him. Now, why I want to know you, but what did you call it, sir?
Ajele Coco. Ajele Coco.
God, I beg. Just call anything you call it is correct.
Yeah, sorry.
Ajele Coco.
Ajanle Coco. Which one is Ajanle
Ajele
Coco?
Coco. Ajele Coco PLC has an issue. I think there is a mistake there. Has an issue. Okay,
Has an issue.
Okay, 7% undated bonds with 100 naira nominal value. The current yield is quoted at 7.42%. Required. Calculate the market price of each bond.
Okay. So Ajanle Coco PLC has an issue 7% undated bond with 100% nominal value. Current yield is quoted at 7.42%. So calculate the market price. First of all, this is where the Sir, please you can mute now. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. The first problem in this question is waiting be undated bond. If I were you, that's the first problem. See, the name is undated bond. What did I explain to you? I explained what we meant by redeemable and irredeemable bond. Redeemable bonds are bonds that have dates that you collect your money and your capital back. That's a redeemable. It can be redeemed at the end of the agreement. But an irredeemable bond is a bond that is for life. That's why there is no number of years here. That's because it's undated. It's an irredeemable bond. There is no number of years there. It is an undated bond. So now let's go. The fact that it's an undated bond, since we don't have number of years, it means that we cannot do any discounting. Now, what are we discounting without number of years? So we cannot do any discounting. So we say Ajan Coco PLC. So you now see now. So you see your coupon plus your coupon plus certification coupon plus R minus 1. Good. So this is the formula you will use to determine undated bond, and I gave you something like that in the question in some of the material. I think when we were calculating current yield, I think the formula was something about interest over yield. I'll be using the material now. Interest over yield, is it there? Let me check. Interest over yield. Did I give anything like that? I'll solve the question like that now. I cannot find it though. I'm sure we solved the question like that. I was telling you that it cannot come out like that. But anyways, it's still the same thing I'm just trying to do. This formula is not as if it's a new formula per se. Anyways, so let's continue. So you say coupon plus R raised power minus 1. So please, what's our coupon in this question? Somebody please, coupon in this question.
7%.
7%. Those are our R is usually our youth maturity. So please, what's our youth maturity in this question?
7.42%.
7.42.
Please, I don't want to hear man voice for the year. I beg you. Thank you. Only ladies can call figure for me. Thank you.
Why?
So let's go. So coupon. Oh yeah. So we'll do the division. So what's our coupon? We've brought out the value of our coupon. We brought out value of our sorry, this is multiplication, not plus. Multiplication. So we've got our value of our coupon, brought out value of our yield to maturity. So you then say 7% times 0.0742. Abi? Insert. Why am I so slow? I could have just copied and pasted that thing on 0.0742. So raised power minus 1. Abi?
Yes.
Yes, now. Good.
Yes.
Do you know? I'm sure you also know that this is also the same thing as saying 7% times times 1 over 0.0742. Now here we go. This way we know people that went to good school and people that went to you primary school. All those schools that is beside your house that used to go late. Do you know that this thing is the same thing as this? Yes, now. You know, Abi, you don't know. People that did in this is not good day in school.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure we all know. This minus 1 is what is changing now to this 1 over. I'm not here to come and be teaching you indices. But this thing is what changed to 1 over 0.0742. So automatically, this means we are saying 7. Let me copy and paste this thing. So it means what we are saying now is 7% over 0. Abi, if you multiply this thing now, 7 times 1, 7 over this, that's what is there. Yeah, what's my answer?
94.3334.
94 equals to 94 point what?
34.
34.
I'm
Okay.
getting my own 0 points. Why how should I get it?
No, I know why you are getting 0 point. Let me correct it. Let me say coupon payment, which is equals to 7%. Yeah, cumulative cover. Which is equals to 7% times 100, which is equals to 7 naira. Abi, do you understand what I did here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So for people that don't understand what I did, 100 is the face value of a bond. And I told you before earlier, coupon is simply just an interest. So the payment, if somebody is giving you 10% of 1,000, if you do 10% of 1,000, you remove the 100 naira now. So the 100 naira, this 7% is representing the 10%. Then this 7% times 1,000, 100 naira is the face value of a bond. So you do 7% times 100. So that's the 7 naira. So you just bring the 7 naira. So this place is not supposed to be 7%. It's supposed to be 7 naira. So madam that was getting 0 points, if you do it like this now, I don't think you will get 0 point anymore. So you have 94.34 naira. So this is the market value of this bond. Please, is this clear? So yeah, because you damn alone.
Boss, I got
Understood,
0.1.
sir. Understood, sir.
You got what, Mr. Abiodun?
I said I
I got
understand now, sir.
Okay.
0.192, and I multiplied it by 100.
Don't multiply it. Do it the way I did it. Remove the percentage from here now. When you get it, just start using naira. Then if you do it like this, you will not get what you are doing is you are having 0 points. You are still using the 7%. Please don't and start here. Oh yeah, please illustration 2, I beg.
Iskaba PLC has 12% irredeemable bond.
I don't want man to read question for me. But go on. Just continue.
Iskaba PLC has 12% irredeemable bond of 5 million naira in its capital structure, which currently yields 9%. Required. Calculate the value of the bond.
Iskaba PLC, Abi. Iskaba PLC. So let's bring out our variables. So coupon. You got our coupon in that question.
12%.
Equals 12%. That's my percentage. So what's my coupon payment?
12. Our coupon payment is 12.
That's 12% times what?
100.
Now. So equals to 12 naira. So what else do we have in that question? What's our yield to maturity?
Need to maturity.
9%.
9%.
9%. What's our number of years?
Is it redeemable?
Is it redeemable?
No number of years.
If you should go and do that one on your own, I'm not ready to do any redeemable anything again. Just do that. Please just do it as that. Can you keep muted, please? Thank you. Please, I'm not doing any redeemable again. Please go ahead and do it. Just assignment, do it. You say exactly why I did that thing I did up. That's 12 over 0.09. Example 3, please. Please, we are not calling figures for me, please.
Iskelebrity.
Okay, please, one house. So let me call people that will be calling my stops for me. I don't like doing my classes out there. You people know. Please, let's all keep muted. Please, let's all keep muted. Mr. Shubawale, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not Mr.
Sorry, madam. Look for the class is too out there that don't like the way it is. Esther Felix, are you there? Esther Felix. Miss Shubawale, please, are you with calculator and are you with the material?
Yes, sir.
So please, you call figure for me and you read questions for me. I need one more person. Any lady wants to volunteer, please. Divine.
Esther is here.
Yes, sir.
You already come. So Miss Divine, do you have the material with you also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please help me with. So Miss Olalekan, you call. You have calculator to Miss Divine.
Yes, sir.
So please, you call figure for me, Miss Shobawale will read questions for me. Thank you very much. I think it should be much more in order that way. So let's do Miss Shobawale. Please attempt question number 2, and I'll ask for your answer later, please. Yeah, number 3.
Okay. Iskelebete
Hey,
PLC.
wow. Iskelebete.
Wait, what are you on?
Iskelebete PLC has issued 8% 100 naira nominal value bonds, redeemable at a 5% premium in 10 years' time. The current yield on the bond is quoted at 10%. Required, calculate the market price of each bond.
Okay, I think I like this question. So, give me my values, please.
8% for the coupon.
Coupon is 8%. Coupon payment is 8 naira.
So coupon is what?
8%.
Coupon. I'm typing, so you would pity me. Coupon payment, okay.
8 naira.
8 naira. What else do I have there?
Nominal value of 100 naira. Then redeemable at 5%.
Par value is how much? 100 naira.
100 naira.
What's my youth maturity?
10%.
Please confirm our figures, so make sure you give us poison. Or people will say I was the one that picked her. I beg you. So what else is there? Redemption value.
They said redeemable at 5% premium in 10 years' time.
So how much is that? My number of years is how many years?
10 years.
So they said redemption value at what?
At 5%.
So what you would do is, so what they are telling you now is they are saying that it's redeemable at 5% above the what? That was the question written. I'm not gonna read it myself. He said redeemable at 5% premium in 10 years' time. At 5% premium. And I told you already that they are saying whenever they say something is at premium, it means it is what? I'm asking the class.
Discount.
It is above.
Above
105.
Above par. Above
nominal value.
Thank you very
Premium.
much.
That's 105.
Above nominal value.
Thank you. Let me move back. Let's all keep muted back. Thank you. So
Above
when they say something
100
is,
or above,
let's keep muted, please. Thank you. So when they say something is at premium, it means it is above the nominal value. And when they say something is at discount, it means it is below the nominal value. Our nominal value in this situation now is 100. So when they say it's at 5% premium, it means it is 5% greater than the what? Than the nominal value. So this is what you will do. So you will now say, what they are simply just saying is go, because we'll be saying a lot of, let me just use the word, we'll be saying a lot of go, goat in class. So what is just go this 100 naira by 5%. So what you just say 100 multiplied by what? 1.05. So you, some of you, I know there are some of you do 5% of 100, you will not add it to it. It's the same thing. Some of you do 5% of 100, you will not add it to it. Oshilo. And some of you can say 100 times 1.05 will give you the same answer. So what's my answer, please?
105.
105.
So 105. So you say 105 naira. What does I think that that's all the information I have. Abi? Yeah, let's go. Let me go and copy and paste on PV value here. I hope this thing copies well. We'll get strength. Please, anybody that has questions, just hold on to your questions, please. As long as it's not going to affect our solution. So we have items, we have cash flow, we have discount factor. So let's start from the top. What's our discount factor?
Use the coupon.
No, don't start.
8%. 8%.
10%.
Is it 8% how we
12%.
10%?
12%.
10%.
Why am I hearing 12? Where is 12 coming from?
2%. 13.
13. You people think we are joking here. Why am I hearing 12 and 13? Where is 12 and 13 coming from? Please, what percentage? Please, what would be my discount factor?
10%.
We actually discount at maturity.
I've said this thing like 1 billion times. I just even said it.
Due to majority.
10%.
Thank you very much. For people that said 8%, I just said this thing how many minutes ago? That if you want to get value of a bond, don't discount it with coupon, discount with your youth to maturity. Let's speak it in your language. Please, let's keep muted, please. How do you want me to say it again? I just announced it here now. Somebody's not muted now. I just said it here no longer ago that whenever you want to determine the value of your bond, please always discount with your youth to maturity. That one that we were doing earlier was to determine youth to maturity now. That's what we did earlier, just determine the youth to maturity. But now we have our youth to maturity, so we discounted our youth to maturity. Now you can go 8%. So you discount to 10%. And also, you know that what are we trying to determine? The value of the bond, the current value of the bond. So we don't have anything here. So all these places like this, there will be nothing there. This is what we are trying to get now. So we're trying to get our current value of the bond. So there's no need for us to get. We are not subtracting anything. We just want to get the total value of the bond. So we don't need to get. There's no even information that says anything like that there. So we don't have to have our current value. So what we just have is your number of years, which is your year 1 to year 10. Your interest payment. Your interest payment in this situation is what? 8 naira. So you come here, you say 8. So what's our discount factor using annuity, please? Year 1 to 10. And our interest is 8. Yeah. If you go. Can you guys hear me?
For 6.710.
6.145. 6.710.
I got 6.144.
6.145.
This was my present value. What is this now? What is this? How am I getting too many percent? To do annuity is annuity a problem again?
No, sir.
You guys need to go and get calculator and I should be doing all these things myself. Just do annuity. I've gotten like 5-10 different answers. Where is Miss? I told somebody to be calling figures for me.
I'm here, sir.
I'm not hearing anything from you now. You're allowing these people to take over.
68%, sir. 53.68 present value.
63 point.
53.68.
Please cross-check whatever you have done. This is what I'm writing on. So from year 10, redemption value. So what's our redemption value now? 105, Abby. You should know why I'm picking 105. 105 is the redemption. That was what we calculated earlier. Let me increase this 10 to 610. So there's bigger.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt you. That discount factor for year 1 to 10 is 6.144. 6.145.
145.
145. Year 1 to 10.
Yes, sir, she's correct.
What's my present value?
Then PV is
Somebody's on mute. I don't have somebody in
49.16.
the class shout this.
0.385.
Please let me ask you a question.
0.8.
Please, do you guys really want this class to continue? I just want to ask. I'm asking the question. Do you guys want this class to
Yes,
continue?
sir, we want the class to continue.
So why is my
Your
class
mic,
now loading? I told everybody to mute their mic. Only one person to call figure for me. Why is everybody unmuted? I'll be unmuted and noise is coming from everywhere. I beg you, don't let us fight. Please, I beg. I don't like to get angry. Mute. One person should call figure for me. If she's wrong, one person or two people should just correct her. You are done correcting. Mute your mic back. I beg now. You people not enjoying the class as the class is noiseless like this. You are enjoying it. Even me, I'm enjoying it also. I beg. Oh, yeah, Miss Divine, talk to me, please.
Yes, sir.
What's
I'm
my
6.710.
I think it's you. I just calculated it and it's the same. This is the answer. What are you doing? How are you doing your discount? 1 minus 1 plus 0.10 raised power minus 10 over 0.10. I think this is what it will give you. Do it correctly. Please let me multiply these two things. Oh, yeah.
49.16.
9.16.
9.16. So what's my discount factor for just discount this one normally?
0.463.
0.463. So that
No,
should
0.386.
0.386.
0.386.
386.
Please, if I don't give me wrong figure.
0.386, yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. .386 multiplied by 105.
40.53.
40.53. So what's my NPV, please? This one is not NPV, it's present value. It can only be NPV when you are subtracting it from your current value. That's why it's net. This one is just present value. So this one is just PV. What's my present value, please?
89.69.
9.69.
So that is the current value of this bond. So you can now come here and now say current value equals to 89.69. So what this is saying is this redemption value of 105 that you're collecting in the next 10 years that you're happy, this is the value as at today, and it's lower than 100 itself. So you know that at the end of the day, it's not as if the investment is worth it. Now let me give you guys one trick. If I were you, if you want to jot, you can jot so that this can help you cross-check your answer. Listen to me. In cases where your yield to maturity, listen to me. In cases where your yield to maturity is greater from the question, if your yield to maturity is greater than your coupon, anytime your yield to maturity is greater than your coupon, what you will have, the current value of the bond would be issued at discount. Let me come again. Whenever your yield to maturity is greater than your coupon, your current value of your bond would be at discount. That is, it will be less than 100, and vice versa. So what I'm saying is, if you look at the question and you're saying that your yield to maturity just from the question, this is greater than this. In my own short mind, I know that whatever I'm going to have should be less than 100. So if I now do it and I'm getting something that is more than 100, you know that you have made a mistake somewhere. Most lecturers will not tell you this, so because they don't even know it. But it's a simple trick. It's a simple trick that you can always use. And if it's the other way around, if your coupon is greater than your yield to maturity, what you have here will be more than 100. They are inversely proportional to each other. The coupon price is inversely proportional to your coupon is inversely proportional to your to the price of the bond. The higher your coupon, the higher your interest, the lower your bond price. Oh yeah. Do you have any other question here? Okay, let me ask the class now. Please, is there any question? Does anybody wants to ask me any question regarding what I just did? Is there any question? Why am I saying so many hands up? Like, this is clear now. Shaman, this is your question. I used to pronounce your name wrongly every time of the year. Shaman Namyan, please, your question.
Sorry, it's a mistake, sir.
Thank you. Benjamin, Chuko, your question, please.
All right, good evening, sir. Good evening. Please, I'm so sorry to drag us back. I want to really understand the formula we use in calculating or getting the value of that discount factor, that 6.14 something.
Put it on Google, type formula for annuity formula, whatever formula you have, use all those information for it. It's annuity, we did annuity. 1 minus 1 plus R raised power minus N over R. That's the formula for annuity, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Olalekon, Miss Shama, your hand is up again. Don't tell me it's a mistake this time. Olalekon, please, your question.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Sorry,
ma.
I don't know if you mentioned it, but I want to know because the one we've been doing from the beginning, we've always started from 0 year. So I want to understand the reason behind this.
We're starting from 0. You are starting from year 0 because we are trying to see. I've mentioned this thing to you. Just follow the class. Don't leave the one we've done before. What we've done before, we are trying to calculate yield to maturity. It's a different ball game. If they say go to the market, you are going to the market. Market is where you are going to. Once you are done with the market, it's going to market the same thing as going to school. They are different things now. Going to the market is going to the market. Going to school is going to school. Calculating yield to maturity, that is the way to calculate yield to maturity. This is the way to calculate value of the bond. They are separate things. So if you are calculating value of the bond, you don't need year 0 because that year 0 we're using for coupon. You see when we have a full-fledged question. I just felt that was the best, easier place to start. That's why I started from there. When we have a full-fledged question, it's not that year 0 that we had is the value of the bond. But in this question, that is what we are calculating. So we cannot still have it now because we don't have the figure. In that our first one, we just assume that they've given us the value of the bond. That was the year 0.
Noted, sir.
Okay, let me explain something to you. Whenever you see something in SFM, where you see as at now, presently, currently, now, it simply means year 0. Once you see something called now, presently, as at now, it means year 0. So that current value that we're using, you know what we are doing is we are discounting that future value to today's value to now's value. So that's why we don't have that year 0 because that's what we are discounting it to be. I just hope my explanation is clear enough.
Yes, I got you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Ifena, please, your question. Please, real quick. Time has gone.
Sorry, sir. Please, we've been working with presence of yield to maturity. So in the case we were not giving yield to maturity, how do you go about it?
That is why we had to treat yield to maturity first. That's what you calculate first, based on what we've spoken about. I think there's a full-fledged question. Let me check. Maybe when I do a full-fledged question that has you calculating yield to maturity is here.
So basically, sir, what you're saying is, in such questions, when we see that that is including that we should look for yield to maturity and value of the bond, we should first start with getting the value of the yield to maturity. Then going back to look.
That is the basic thing to do, but that will be the way the question will be arranged. Majorly, basically. The question will be arranged in a way where the information you use in A will be needed in B.
True.
I think I have. But I think I had a question that, but like I don't think I have it here anymore. Maybe it's in the question bank, and mostly it will be in the question bank. I hope that's okay. Please, any other I've work to do. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I hope that's clear, Mr. Infin now.
Yes, sir, it is. Thank you.
Esther Felix, please, your question.
Please, I want to understand how you got this redemption value, the 100 multiplied by 1.05 something, where you got 105 naira.
Where I got which one? Which of the figures exactly?
The 105 naira.
You know I got the 100.
Yes, I do.
How did I get the 100?
That is the nominal value
of the bond. So which one? The 1.05?
Yes.
Is in the question that the thing is like it increased. Abi, how did they say it in the question? You
Yes,
grow, I mean, grow at a premium of 5%. And premium of 5% is, if you go that thing by 5, it's the same thing now. If you go by 5%, it means 1.05.
Okay.
If that one is not clear, do 5% of 100, they add it to 100, you still get 1.05.
Please, can you come again with that?
If you do 5% of 100, 5% of 100 is 5 now. They add it to 100, you still give 105.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Moses Bonnie, please, your question. Real quick. Go. Oh yeah. Moses Bonnie.
Sorry, this current value we just calculated, is it the same thing as theoretical issue price?
I don't see deal.
Then
can we leave theoretical price, please? I beg.
Are they the same thing? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, you wanted to ask me another question.
Okay. Then why are we using annuity instead of discount factor to calculate the price of the bonds?
We use annuity to calculate the interest now.
I thought you said the 89 point something we just got now is for the current value of the bond.
Yes, that is what it is. Please ask your question correctly. Let me know what you're asking, please.
So, like my question is, why are we using annuity to calculate that figure instead of the discount factor?
Which figure?
The 89 point we had.
Hey. The best strategy. When we calculated, we did not use annuity to calculate it. What we just use annuity was to determine this interest, and I've explained why. And why is because this thing is from year 1 to 10, and the cash flows are constant. 8 for year 1 to 2. I will not going to be discount. We can do it 1 if you have the time. Do annuity. This is what you did here. 1 plus r raised power minus n. Do it for year 1. Do for year 2. Do for year 3. Do for year 4 to year 10. Now add everything together. It will give you the same thing. It's to avoid all those stress. That is why annuity is coming in. That since the stuff are the same thing, the cash flow is the same thing. It's better to just annuity so that you get your answer once and for all.
Okay.
And I hope that is clear. Anyways, market value of a bond or current value of a bond that we just calculated now. Please listen to me based on your question. You can say current value. You can say current value of a bond is the same thing or almost the same thing as theoretical price of a bond, but it is different from market value. Do you people know that current value is different from market value now? Yes, now. Current value doesn't necessarily have to be market value now. But theoretical price, please, you people just close your ears. I'm just talking. Don't meddle into this. Just leave Mr. Moses to ask his question. Theoretical price is majorly or can also be referred to as the current value. You've discounted the cash flow now here, but it's different from market value. That's my answer to that briefly, so that I don't confuse people. I hope I answered that. Chairman, please, your question. Real quick. Oh, yeah. You tell me it's a mistake again now. Yeah, you will fight though. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'll take that as no question. I really wish there was a full-fledged question that asked us to do youth, but I had it here before now. What now happened? But anyways, we still have to continue. So that's for that. Then we have okay. Then we now have Iskaba. We have Iskoloboto 9% redeemable at par in 5 years' time. Investors require an interest yield of 10%. Okay, this one is an assignment. Okay, so I'll solve this Iskoloboto, then you guys will go and do this. So let me just ask you guys a question. You know, I told you guys something when I said that if your yield to maturity is greater than your coupon, if your yield to maturity is greater than your coupon, it means the market value of your bond will be what? It will be at discount. If it's lower, it means it will be at premium. So let's just use this as an example. It means I'm solving your question for yourself. So for the first one, it says you calculate the market value of the bond when the yield to maturity is 4%. So that means you will do 4%, you will do 5%, you will do 6%. So if I were you in your church mind, I'm asking the class now, for the 4%, what are you going to have? Is it going to be higher than 100 or is it going to be lower than 100?
Lower
It will
than
be lower than 100.
Lower than
Higher than 100.
Lower than, higher than. Let me explain again. I said that
For the 4%, it will be higher than 100.
Please,
someone is using 2 devices. Oh.
Thank you. Please just mute. Maybe I should stop asking general question. I'm just trying to carry everybody along. Please, when I say mute, just mute. A job. Let me explain again. I said when this yield to maturity is higher than this thing, your market value will be lower. When your yield to maturity, this is your rate of return, if it's higher than your coupon, the value of your bond, the market value of the bond would be lower. It would be lower, and you went and so you know what you are saying. So when this is higher than this, it will be lower. So now this is lower than this. What will happen?
It will be higher.
It will be higher. Thank you. So that means it will be at premium. So if you do this 4%, automatically you're supposed to get premium. So for this one that is 5%, what do you get? I don't know what you get.
It will be 100 points. It
will be at par. So for this 6%, uncle.
Premium.
Discount.
Discount. It will be a discount. Thank you very much. I know you still new. You just learned it now. So it's still shaking. Anyways, so just go and look at it. I'm sure you understand. So I've given you solutions to those answers, but let me solve this one. So somebody read this one. Let me just solve this one in the next 5 minutes. Somebody should just read this one to me. Then I move to yield curve, please. Oh yeah. Somebody should just read. I'm solving this number. Oh, this is supposed to be a classwork. Oh yeah, you should solve it and send to my other number. See, this thing is easy. It's something I can solve, but I want you people to lay your hands on them. You know what to do. This Coloboto PLC has some 9% bond. 9% bond now is your coupon. That means your coupon is 9, which are redeemable at par. That means your yield to mature. That means your redemption value at year 3 is what? 100. Your N is 3 years. Required interest yield of 10%. That means your discount factor is 10. Lobaton, just do NPV and get your answer. Please do and send to me. Please let me move to bond valuation using yield curve. Please let me ask again, is there anybody here that does not understand what I am saying? Please just raise up your hand, please. You know this is an online class, so nobody is saying. Miss Sherman, please put down your hand, I beg. You are confusing me. Sherman, Sonia, please.
Sorry, sir, it's my phone that is malfunctioning. Sorry.
I beg you. So is there anybody that does not understand what I'm saying? Please.
Yes, sir.
I just said just raise up your hand. I did not say on mute. Thank you. I'm saying hands up. Okay. Okay, good. So let me just take a general question. Let me just ask now. So let me take it one by one. Like what exactly don't you understand? Let me know. And don't tell me everything because it cannot be everything. We are, please be fast now. There's no time. Shomto Chuku. Luciana Obot, please, what don't you understand exactly? Okay. Benjamin. Please, Benjamin Chuku, what exactly don't you understand?
Okay, can we go back to the last illustration we just saw? That's where the question is.
This is it, sir.
Okay, so my question is how we got that value of 0.386 discount factor of the redemption value.
Just the discount factor now, 1 plus R raised power minus n, that's how to discount.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Chima Obi, please, what exactly don't you understand?
So it's very funny that I still don't really calculate that annuity well. I try my best. I think I'm missing it up somewhere. I've even watched videos on YouTube. I don't know. I just need accurate formula for annuity.
Please text me somehow, please. Just text me.
Okay.
But like, this is not the class where I teaching you how to do annuities. And annuities inside PM now. It's not me that will be. And I still even took time and explained or without the formula in the last class. But this is not the class where I start to explain how to do annuities. But you can still text me. I would explain whatever you are doing wrong to you. Rally Konshubo Wali, please. What's your question? It's not a question. What? No, please listen to me. If you don't understand anything I've been saying, that's what I'm saying. I don't say you should ask me a question. What don't you, if you don't understand anything I've been mentioning, talk to me.
I understood everything you have been saying, sir.
So what do you now want to tell me?
Okay, I just want to make a suggestion because I used to be in this situation as well, not understanding how to calculate the annuity. But after complaining to one of the lecturers as well, I was advised to get a particular calculator which will guide me on how to calculate it. And after I got that calculator, I know how to calculate it. So I'm suggesting that we should all get this particular calculator. Maybe that will guide us.
Thank you very much, madam. But I don't think it's a good idea. It's nice, but like you still need to understand what you are putting in the calculator. You need to know the exact formula you are putting in. But no worry, please. If you are solving your annuity and it's not working, please text me my DM. I would tell you what you are doing wrong. Please, there is no time. Somto Chuku, do you want to tell me something? I think I'll continue. So I assume everybody understood or understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand, please watch the videos and try to, or you can reach out to me, my DM. I'll always talk to you, please. Anyways, please let's try to solve the questions, the assignments. These things are very, they're not things that should be giving us problems, please. Just try these two. Try this one and try this one. If there's anything there that you don't understand, please come to my DM. Please just come to my DM. I would explain to you, please. Now, please let's move to bond valuation using yield curve, please. You know that the way we've been doing this present value, you know, I wrote a formula here. So you can either use this annuity formula for the person that is looking for annuity formula, but please without the I, please. You know, I said that the way you can use that tabular thing to get your value of a bond, you can also use the formula. You can also use the formula method. So that is what leads us now to bond valuation using yield curve. So what yield curve is simply saying is, yield curve is not telling you that, imagine or assuming that, you know that sometimes investors don't, how would I say it? They don't have one expected rate of return. That is, in some situations now, you're making an investment. You think your rate of return should be 10%, but there are some certain times where your rate of return can be like 3 or 4, where you are saying, okay, maybe I can get 10%, maybe I can get 5%, maybe I can get 4%. So you're having about 3 or 4 yield to maturity. How do you now go about that? You know, all the ones we've been doing since, we've been discounting just with our yield to maturity, our yield to maturity, our rate of return. It has been 1, and we've just been discounting. What now happens in situation where we now get about 3 or 4 yield to maturity? So now, let me now tell you, in situations where, or any situation where you already see 2 or 3 yield to maturity, please just come and use formula method. Please come and use formula method. I've had some students ask me before, and I'm sure some of you will ask, but to save you time, some of you ask me that, can you use different tabular method and add them together? My question has always been the same over the diet. Try it, add it together. If it gives you the same answer with what I had in class, good for you. If it doesn't, leave it alone. But me, in my own class, I'll be using formula method. So this is the formula method. So now what this formula method is doing for me is just doing the cash flow of year 1. This one is not even correct. So the cash flow of year 1 over 1 plus r raised power 1. Cash flow of year 2 over 1 plus r raised power 2, like that until the last year, where you now add the cash flow. The cash flow now in this situation is the interest. This is simply telling you interest. It's just interest that this thing is saying. You should make this thing practical now. Let me explain to you. I bought somebody 1 million naira, like I said earlier. I bought somebody 1 million. The person is paying me 100 naira every month. Like I said earlier. What is the cash flow that is coming to me? Is the interest now. Interest. Then at the last year, another cash flow that is coming in to me is my redemption value. So the 2 cash flow I have now is my what? Is my interest and my redemption value. So see for this one now, cash flow, interest. Then on the last year, your cash flow and your redemption value. That is simply just all. So this is the example. So when I solve this example, I'm sure you guys will have a proper idea of what I'm talking about. So see now. So see the example. Example 1. Malaria PLC wants to issue a bond that is redeemable in 4 years for its par value or face value of 100, and would like to pay its annual coupon of 5% on the par value. The annual spot yield curve for a bond of this risk class is as follows. Can you see? So we have our year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. We have our rate 3.5%, 4.0%, 4.7%, and 5.5%. See, they are not all the same thing. So if you now want to do this one alone, you do year 1, you do year 2, it's not even possible, because they have different years too. So just follow the formula method. You guys knew that the one we've always been doing. Please, are we still together? Abi, I'm alone.
We are together, sir.
Okay, thank you. So you guys know the one we've been doing before. Always just have 1 year, maybe 5 years. Then you will now have 1 rate of return. But this one has about 4 years and about 4 years and about 4 rates of return also. So yeah, suppose this is the full question I was looking for. I forgot the man. Somebody asked me about I think Mr. Ifena. So this is the full-fledged question I was looking for. So this one is asking you to calculate the price at which the bond should be issued. That is, calculate the current market value of the bond, and also calculate the redemption yield. That is, calculate the gross. That is, calculate the yield to maturity. That's simply what it's simply saying. Calculate the yield to maturity. All these things given to you here, they are rates. They are rates. You cannot. Mostly, see, we don't like to call them. We don't like to call these rates. We don't like to call them yield to maturity. So that we just call them rates. We don't like to call them yield to. And why don't we like to call them yield to maturity? We like to call them yield to maturity because this particular person is not even sure. You get? So this person is saying, "Now in year 1, I'm supposed to have about 3.5%. Year 2, I'm supposed to have 4. Year 3, maybe 4.7. So there is no certainty yet of the exact yield to maturity. So that's why we call them rates. So now what this person is now saying is, okay, calculate the market value of this bond using all this rate. When you are now done calculating the current market value of that bond, now go and calculate the yield to maturity of that exact bond. I hope I'm making sense. So now let's start. So let's do solution. I'm sure you will understand. Let's do solution. So if you come here, so you now say, let me say, malaria PLC. Abi? So please let's bring out my variables. Madam Shobawale, coupon. Madam, have you slept?
Sir?
5%.
5%. Form payment.
5 naira.
5 naira.
Is that per?
Per.
That is 100.
Okay. So now, you know that we cannot use, like I said, we cannot use our tabular method. So we have to use this formula. Let me see if I can copy it. Yeah, I can. This thing will scatter now. I'm so sure. I'm sure it will scatter. I just know it. So let me see. Insert. Let me see. So you now see your PV equals to the cash flow of year one. What's our cash flow for year one? What's our cash flow for year one? What is the first thing you are paying in year one?
5.
5 naira. 5 is just your interest that you are paying in year one now. So 1 plus what's our rate?
3.5.
3.5.
0.35. No, I don't fuck up.
1.035.
Gets to power 1. No gets to power anything. Hold on, no, please. Insert. Okay. So you now say 1 plus 0.035, Abby? Is power 1 plus 5. What's our cash flow for year 2? What's our cash flow for
5.
year 2 now?
5. 5.
So 1 plus 0 point, what's our rate?
0.04.
0.04 x to power 2. Oh, why is muting? Olanike Maba, please, why are you unmuted? Only give 2 people job. Only 2 people. Billy, Olalekon and Divine. Please. Ha. People are not listening to me and I don't like it. Oh yeah. So what's our cash flow for year 3? 5 also. What's our rate?
0.047.
0.047. What's the number of years? How many years are we going?
We're going 4.
Year 3 plus. So what's our cash flow for the last year?
Okay.
105. 105.
105. Why do you see 105?
The face value plus interest.
Thank you very much. So what it means is in the last year, you will collect both your interest and also your face value. So what's my percent?
0.055.
It's per 4. No, they stress me. Mr. Ife now. That side is noisy now. Come on. Oh. So yeah. What's the first one? What is this now? 5 over 1 plus 0.35. What is it?
4 is 3.
5 over 5 over 4.83.
What's the second one?
4.623.
Just give me 2 decimal, please.
4.6.
What's the third?
4.63.
The other person means someone should be doing the last one, someone should be doing year 3, someone should be doing year 4. Where time was gone.
4.36.
Which one is that?
The third one, 4.36.
4.36.
Last year is what?
84.76.
84.76. So what's the PV? Should be like 90 something. This is 12 plus this like 97-ish. 98.2. But 98 plus point what?
57.
57. So this is your what? This is the bond. This is the market price of this bond. That is the current value. This is the current value equals to 98.57. Do you know that? I think I told somebody I was going to explain something later. Do you know that this thing you are seeing here, in some books, you can see it in a different way. Do you know that this thing you are seeing here, you can also see it as, I just like to explain this thing so that you people don't get to, when you read some books, you don't, and you know, some of you are always quick to judge. This thing is not correct. Something that you don't know, you say, it's not correct. There's a mistake in the book. Mr. Lashley is teaching us rubbish. People are quick to judge. Something that even you yourself, you don't know. People are very quick to judge. You know, this thing here is the same thing as saying, you can say this thing is, for this first year, you can say, let me insert the question. So you can say this thing is the same thing as saying 5 multiplied by, 5 multiplied by 0.035 raised to power minus 1. Someone should do this, and what would he give you? No, sorry. Not this. This is 1 year. 1 point, sorry. Someone should do this, and what would he give you? Why should do this first one? This thing here.
4.83.
Can you see? So it's the same thing. So in some books, they can write it like this. It's the same thing. It's just mathematics. It's just indices that is happening here. It's just indices that is changing this to this. So you can see like this, and you can also see like this. It means the same thing. If you do the second one the same way I did this one also, I should give you this one. Just pick the one that is easier for you. That's what I'm saying. Just pick this one that is easier for you. So you can be like this. So you come here, you will now say, you say plus. You say plus. If you copy this one like this, you bring it here. So you say 5 times 1.0, I think 004. 0.004 raised to power minus 2. It should give you the same thing as what is here. So it's the same thing. Don't just let one book come and deceive you. It's just indices that is happening here. Thank you very much. So we are done with value of the. So we are done with question 1. Then the question 2 is saying we should calculate the gross redemption yield. So it's saying we should do gross redemption yield. Let's see if there's already space in the class. Okay, for people streaming on YouTube, I think there's space in the class now. I think there's about 10, 15 space in the class. So if you're streaming on YouTube, you can come and just try to join the class. I think you should enter. There's space in the class now. Anyways, yeah. So gross redemption yield. So for our gross redemption yield now, this one is saying we should do our yield to maturity. Do you guys still remember how to do yield to maturity? Yield to maturity. I'm gonna copy that in. So when they say you should do yield to maturity, what are they asking you to do, please?
The RRRR.
IRR.
IRR, okay, RRR. Internal rate of return. So this is it here. And just copy and paste it. So what's the first discount factor we are using?
5.
I don't know if your 5 is correct. Okay. Why do you say 5? Because it's our coupon, Abi? Is that not, ma? The first discount factor is I just copied and pasted that.
Yes,
I don't have to be. So you first start with your coupon, which is our 5%. So 5%. Our current value. What's our current value? What's the current value we got in that first one? 98.57.
Yes.
98.57. Discount factor 1.98.57. So what's our number of years again? 4, Abi?
4.
4 years.
Our interest payment is 5. So our annuity for year 1 to 4, discount factor is 5. Yeah. Like I'll start bringing calculator to class myself. Maybe I should come and be doing it.
3.546. 546.
So what's my present value?
17.73.
So what's my discount factor for this 5%?
0.8223.
0.823. So that means it's 82.3.
Yes.
82.3 plus this minus this. What would it give me?
1.46.
Positive or negative?
Positive. Positive.
So the higher the discount factor, the lower the MPV. So am I supposed to increase this now or decrease it?
Increase. Yes, sir.
I hope we are together. The higher the discount factor, the lower the MPV. This thing is a positive thing. If I want to,
You decrease.
I'm not saying your answer is wrong. I'm just trying to explain. The higher the discount factor, the lower your MPV. The higher the discount factor, the lower your MPV. This thing is 5%. We're trying to change this thing now to negative. Why are you saying I will decrease? If I decrease, this number will keep going up now.
Increase.
So I need to increase this particular 5% so that I can get to negative. Do you guys understand this concept? You guys understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
So let's use 10%. So I come back here 98 point what again? 57, have you? 0.57. So 98.57. Let me ask you guys a logic, or let me give you guys a logic, or let me see the smart ones in this class. For this thing, for this to be at discount, and our coupon is at 5%, what happens to our yield to maturity? Is it going to be higher than 5 or lower than 5? Don't forget,
Higher than 5.
If your yield to maturity is higher than this thing, if your yield to maturity is higher than your coupon, it means your current value will be at discount. And this is at discount. What does that mean?
Our yield to maturity is higher than
That
coupon.
means
To be higher than 5.
If it's a discount, it's
5.
lower than par value.
Are you people seeing the terminology, the concept? So if I were you like this, I already know at the back of my mind that whatever I'm going to get as an answer will be higher than 5. Any moment I get anything less than 5, I know I'm in problem. So I know that I'm supposed to get something higher than 5. Oh yeah, let's continue. So year 1 to 4, our interest is still 5. Oh, interest is not 10. Interest is still 5. So our annuity using this year 1 to 4, our discount factor is 10.
3.170.
170. So what is the stuff?
That's 15.85.
15.85. So redemption is 400. Annuity of 10 is 0.683.
683.
So down is 68.30. What's my answer? This one should be negative.
Minus 14.30. Minus 14.33.
14.42.
14.42. So let's put that in our IR formula. So the first one we had 14.42, second one we had 1.467. Let's put that here. So what's the discount factor that gave us a positive NPV? I think that's 5. So what's our positive NPV?
0.46.
So our positive NPV again is 1.46 plus what's our negative NPV? 14.4. Then B minus 8, 10 minus 5. So what's my yield to maturity, please?
$5.462.
5.46. And so that's higher than 5. So if when you do this, you will know you are correct. Please, do you have any question regarding what I just did here? Do you have any question? Please raise up your hand, please, if you have any question. Online YouTube streamers, I still have about 5 people, five spaces free in this class, so you can still join. Please, do you have any question, please? So it's clear. Is that what people are telling me? Is it clear?
Yes.
Down.
It's clear. It's clear.
So this malaria PLC now is illustration. What's now? Illustration 1 million. Yeah. Can you come out of here? Let me see the illustration for this malaria PLC so I can put it there. Okay, it's illustration 1 for the other one. Okay, so you see For youth cough. So for the assignment you have to do, please do attempt this Adiorio PLC, attempt the 2, attempt this one is a classwork anyways, attempt this one also. Then do this typhoid. This typhoid PLC is actually kind of complicated, but just lay your hands on it. Although I'll come and explain it, I'll come and do it in class, but it's kind of complicated. I think it's an I can pass question. But lay your hands on, but I don't think anybody can get it. I'm just saying, you can bust my head. If you get it, I can ask for your account number. I don't think anybody can get it, but lay your hands on it and try to do this. But I don't think you will get it. But still try. It's mathematics, and I feel like if you understand terminologies and what they are and what these terminologies are for, you should be able to navigate through that math. It's just math. You'll be doing some indices and some cross multiplication, but still lay your hands on them if you can. I'll come and solve it in class again. So and try this one, try this, and try this. So what do I have left now? So I have credit spread and duration. I think I'll live with that. So let me explain credit spread real quick before I go. I think that's the last one. Then duration. I think that works. So credit spread, duration, maybe. I think I'm okay with that. It's where I stopped today. Anyways, so let me explain what it means. What we mean by credit spread. So what credit spread is saying? Credit spread is just basically like credit risk. It's just basically the risk that the person that you borrow money will not pay you back. That is just basically what it is. Just the risk that the person that you have borrowed will not pay both interest and principal anymore or again. Then credit spread is basically just the difference between the cost of borrowing and the risk-free. That is just what's credit spread. But leave all this grammar. What we always do is see there's something we call, it's not particularly here. There's something we call credit rating. Please, you can check it online. There's something we call credit rating, that is credit worthiness. I think they use it abroad. It's called credit worthiness. So there are some people that their credit worthiness is AAA. It means that it is extremely strong. When your credit worthiness is AAA, it means it is extremely strong. It means that there's high probability you will pay back. Then we now have AA plus. AA plus is very strong. We have A plus. AA plus is strong. We have BBB. BBB means it's adequate, like it's normal. We have BB. It means like it is less vulnerable. Then B means it's more vulnerable. Just like scores. You have A in your school. You have A. You have B. You have C. It's just like that. So what all these things are for is in the question. They would give you. They can give you. They would have told you in the question that they will give you. The way I can work. So they are giving you a story. The Lagbaja PLC Kinekon has a credit worthiness of AA. They do not continue their story. But when they are now giving you your figures, they cannot give you figures for about 3 credit worthiness. They can give you for A, they will give you for AA, they will give you for AAA. So it's left for you to now know the one to pick. But in the question, they've told you that this particular company is using AA. So it only makes sense for you to go and pick only the figures relating to what? Relating to AA. Please note, that is the way it works. So they will tell you what it is, then they will give you information for as much as possible. It's not left for you to go and pick the information relating to AA. So let me talk about basis points. Basis points basically is what is particularly used to calculate the credit risk. It's used to calculate the credit risk or the credit spread. It's used to calculate the credit spread. That's what basis points is. So basis points usually is to be calculated in percentage. Please, basis points is to be calculated in percentage. So, and before you can calculate this, you need to divide it by 100. So if somebody tells you convert 7 basis points, so what you do is you do 7 divided by 100, then in percentage. So 7 divided by 100 is 7. Abi, is it 7? 7 divided by 1 is 0.7. So that's 0.7%. I hope I'm making sense. If they say 5 basis points, that is 5 divided by 100. That's 0.05%. Now let me ask the class, please. What is 15? What's 15 basis points? Convert 15. What's 15 basis points?
15 divided by
0.15%.
0.15%. Could you better? Let's do another one. What is 30 basis points?
0.3%.
0.30%.
0.30%. Hey, just know that one. So once you know these ones in class, and the next time we would continue from there. No, we'll solve questions based on this. What's the name? Based on this basis point. Also, let me run through duration, please, so that I know that I'm just solving questions in our next class. There's something called duration. I already explained duration and number of years. I already told you that duration is basically just saying that it's just number of years that it takes the investor to recoup his money back. That's what duration is saying. The number of years that it takes the investor to recoup the money back. We have two types of duration. We have modified duration and we have Macaulay duration. We have modified duration, we have Macaulay duration. How do we calculate our modified duration? Your modified duration is basically what we've been doing. But for modified duration, the only difference is for modified duration, you need your weighted average. So I'm just creating the picture in your head. Don't worry, I will explain better when I come next week. So after for this one now, you will not particularly use annuity. Please, you don't use annuity for duration, please. So you multiply the number of years, each number of years, maybe year 1 to year 4. You multiply each with your present value. Your present value multiplied by the number of years. Present value of year 1 multiplied by 1. Present value of year 2 multiplied by 2. Present value of year 3 multiplied by 3. So you get your weighted average PV. So that your weighted average PV, you now do the summation of it. You now divide it by summation of your. Don't worry. I'm just creating a picture in your head. I will explain. We'll solve question. You now divide it by your summation of PV also. That's your modified duration. Then Macaulay duration. Macaulay duration is equals to modified duration over 1 plus youth maturity. That is what your Macaulay. And please, modified duration, which is the first one. Modified duration is a number of years. Modified duration is number of years, but Macaulay duration is in percent. Macaulay duration is in percent. Which of them is even in percent? Okay, sorry, Macaulay.
Yes, the Macaulay duration is the one that has to do with number of years.
Yes, I've seen it. Macaulay duration is number of years. The modified duration is in percentage. I was mixing it up. Macaulay duration has to do with number of years. The modified duration has to do with your with percentage. So what percentage of modified duration is simply saying is just measuring sensitivity. It's measuring sensitivity of your interest to your bond price. That is the market price or the market value of the bond. That's what modified duration is. And I've told you the sensitivity. I've told you that interest or coupon is inversely proportional to your what? To the price. When something is inversely proportional, it means they go different ways. So once interest price goes up or once coupon goes up, bond price will fall. And once interest comes down, bond price will also what? It would go up. So they are inversely proportional to each other. So modified duration is in percentage. Macaulay duration works with number of years. So basically, that's what we'll do in our next class. In our next class, we'll solve question on credit spread. We'll solve question on modified and Macaulay. Then we'll pick about 1 or 2 questions from our question bank. So I hope that we'll finish bond valuation in our next class. Please, we'll start early and we'll finish late because we have a lot of questions to actually solve. I think we saw that's about 5 or 6 or 7 questions. So we might finish like 11:30, 11:40 next week, Monday. So let's get prepared and God help us. Please, regarding anything I've said today, please, do you have any question, please?
So I have a question. No.
Just raise up your hand, please, now. This thing has been said earlier. Mr. Paul, how are you doing? I'm seeing you here again. I hope you are fine. Juliana, please, your question. Juliana Johnson, please ask me.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello. Yes. So I just need clarity on the redemption value that was used for the formula method and the tabular method. Because we use different redemption value. For the tabular method, we use 105 for the redemption value.
Which one is this one you're talking about?
Yes.
When did we now use something different?
So when we wanted to calculate using the tabular method, we use 100.
Which tabular? Are you talking about this one now?
Yes.
No, now it's different now, or it's the same thing. Don't let me even say they are different. That's the first question that this man asked at the beginning of the class. This I could also do this with this. What we could have done is, now I told you now. What I explained, I said you can do either year 1 to 3 of just interest. Then on the 4th year, you collect both your interest and your redemption. So if you wanted to do something like this for this, so what we'll do is we'll do 1 to 3 year. That means they are paying interest in 1 year, 2 year, 3. Then on the last year, which is our year 4, now you will now collect 105. This is practically the same thing as this. But we cannot do what we did here before, because we had just four rates. We cannot do that here in this particular formula method, because we had just 4 rates and we needed to make use of them, all of them with that 4. That's why we did it the way we did it. But it's still, if you do this like this, it's the same thing. Don't let me confuse if you go.
Okay, sir.
Do you get it?
Thank you, sister. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Miss Divine, my figure color. Oh yeah.
Okay, sir. Please, can we go over that rate of return?
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Go over what?
You said when youth maturity is higher than coupon, like that phrase that you made. I didn't really get it. Please, can you go over it again?
I said it's inversely proportional now. When interest goes up, bond price fall. Inversely proportional, they are moving in separate ways. When one goes up, the other one comes down. When the other one comes down, this one goes up. So when interest or coupon goes up, the market value or the bond price will fall, and vice versa.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That's my question.
You're welcome. So, Mtochuko, you've been raising up your hand since the beginning of this class and you've not said anything to me. I've called you like 5 different times. And I still cannot hear you. Same as WhatsApp. You are speaking. You have unmuted, but I cannot hear whatever you are saying. So, Benjamin Chuko, please, your question. I cannot hear you, Mtochuko.
Okay, so my question is on the last illustration we solved, the one having 4 rates, 4 different rates. Could you please go to the page, please?
You are stressing me.
So sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, the question is, I want to understand how comes we use this discount factor of 10%, because I was going through the question and I didn't see 10% in the question, because I tried to calculate using the annuity formula for the first 4 years, right? But I wasn't getting the same figure as they got today.
I don't understand. What are you asking me? Is that why we are using this 10%? I'm hearing annuity again.
Yes. I want to know where they got the 10% from.
This skinny we are doing an internal rate of return. Internal return. I said 5% should always. I said 5% should always be from your coupon. That's the first discount factor you will use. Then you pick another discount factor, any discount factor you like. Another person could have picked 8 or 7. It's IRR and internal rate of return. You get 2 different discount factor just to get one positive MPV and one negative MPV.
Okay,
And
okay, okay.
we picked 5%, and it has given us positive MPV. So we just decided to choose another one from it, another higher one, so that it gives us a negative. You can pick 11, you can pick 12, anything you like.
Okay, okay, sir. All right.
Is
Thank you,
that
sir.
your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Lalikon, I think that's the last question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Actually, I would like to ask if you are going to have access to your working material.
Yes, now, you better send the last one.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'll send it. Chimto, I think you're the only one that wants to talk and you're not talking. I don't know. I cannot hear you. Okori.
Sir, I just wanted to know how we could get your number in order to send the assignment.
Well, somebody should type my number in the chat box. Send it to me. I've forgotten. Someone should just type my number in the chat box. Type the number I'm using to send the material. That one is my personal. If you text me on that number, I will not reply you. That one is my personal number, but my business line. If somebody should text, I don't forget that number. Somebody should text it on the chat box, please. I think Mr. Isaiah, where's that man that used to laugh in my class? That man has come my number. That's it. 070. See, he's already laughing again. 07. Better pass.
Thank you. Thank you. I've seen it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Please only SFM related though. Don't tell me that you and your boyfriend is fighting. I should come and solve family issue. Please solve it between yourself. Just SFM problem, I beg. Thank you. Sumito Chuku, I don't know what to do to you. Maybe you should write your question in the chat box before I go. Lalikan, but I must see what can I do for you again.
If we use different rates, do you think we'll arrive at the same answer in the end?
Lie. It's not possible.
Okay.
That's the way IRR works now. They just want to know that you know what you're doing. Everybody gets different answers now. And that's why I said that the first one should always be based on your coupon, so that at least that limits the ranges of the answers, so that you guys don't have extremely different answers. The way we use 510, if somebody uses 511 or 512 or 513, the answers, the difference will not be that much. It will still be within that 5 point, highest 6, our regularly 7. But if somebody's using 5 and 20, 5 and 30, people can be getting 10, 15 points. And that would make the difference. So that's why I always say, ensure that the first one is your coupon rate. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yeah. Any other question? I should recall the assignment. What am I recalling the assignment? Assignment is there now. People should be buying me Martina and milk. I've used my blood today. So I don't know, where's the assignment again? This one, assignment 2, Typhoid PLC. I say you should do this at Diorio also and attempt this is Koloboto. No baton. Okay. So I think that will be all. See, you guys, you see the way I'm stressing. The only thing that can make me happy. I'm not telling you to bring 1 naira. I'm not telling you to give me money. The only thing that can make me happy is for you to read and pass. I just came back to the house like after I ate. The noodles I ate gone, but yeah, maybe it's my ear that I used to eat it. I'll be my eyes, I'll be my nose. I did not know. I was sure rushing it. The water that I was drinking is right beside me. I did not even drink the water to half, just so I'll miss this class. I did not stay. Some of you are having this class on your bed, on your chair. You are very comfortable. I'm outside the compound. Mosquito is chopping. They fed on me like this. I'm always their food every Monday night. They know that on Monday night, food sure for them, because I'm always outside, and they will eat and drink my blood very, very well. And we know that we are even AA like this. Our blood is very sweet. So please, as I was saying, the only thing that you can use to just compliment me is to pass. I'm not saying give me money, just pass. The moment you pass me, I'm happy. Please and please. And you cannot pass if you don't read. If I were you, this question, some of you, you will not solve this thing till Thursday. Thursday, you will not be asking Mr. Shila, you will not be looking for figure. You will be checking under your bed, under your chair. You be look, how did they get this figure? How did they get this figure? There's nowhere you will not find that figure. You will look for it on the ceiling. You will define figure up and down. Instead of you to do it now or tomorrow, so that you will not miss too much. Time will not have gone on it. No, it's still Friday. Some of you waiting till weekend. That I don't have time. I'm working till weekend. Don't call me. If you call me, I will not answer you. I will not answer you. So please, I beg, tomorrow latest, check this thing we've done. We've done a lot of information that have been passed today that you have not heard before. I know you've not heard it before. So please and please check them today or tomorrow, so that you will learn and you will not miss them. All those little tips I gave you, write them somewhere. Some of you attend physical classes here. If you attend class, go and use that thing to brag to your lecturer that somebody said, or is it not like this? So those are some of them. So please read and pass. On that note, I don't tire.
Sorry, sir.
So people that want to learn Yoruba, let me give you people word for the day. People think I was playing when I say you will learn Yoruba in my class, whether you like it or not.
Already.
You are ready? Good. Yes. So just let me write this. Just in the next class, if you are Yoruba, I'll not ask you. I'll pick people I will ask specifically. Let me look for people I will ask specifically. So this is the word you will tell me. Thank you very much. I'm glad I did not miss it. You just come and tell me Yoruba. Thank you very much. I'm glad that maybe this is the thing people will tell me in heaven. When people now go to heaven because you can say this thing. This is the word you will tell me. You say, Mr. Ola, thank you very much. Thank God I did not miss it. At least thank God you did not miss heaven. So thank you very much. Thank God I did not miss it. So I will pick people that will tell me in Yoruba in our next. You must learn by force by fire. I know you don't know that one too, but it means whether you like it or not, you must learn Yoruba. It's a language of God. Language of God. Language that God will use to judge all of us. So people must learn by force, by fire. And you know that the same way I've been calling women to give me figures, that people are laughing. Obviously, it's a woman that will come and give me this answer too. So just be prepared. Thank you guys very, very much for listening. Thank you guys very much for listening to me. You guys have been amazing. Although you were better last class, this class was a little bit rowdy. So please, let's share to do better with our mic and all of them. So please, thank you very much for listening. You guys are amazing. Once again, my name is Laimon Olanshili Amogbola. I'm your wonderful tutor. Good night. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you guys next week, Monday. Udabo.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.